Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's another top 10 list this time around. It's the top 10 area control games, and as always, if your favourite cool mini or not miniature laden plastic behemoth isn't in this list, then don't get mad. Just have a cup of tea or something, or I don't know, sniff some coke or something like that. Do something. Just don't have a go at me. So let's have a look, see what's on this list. Board games 4K. So number 10, it's the Game of Thrones, the board game. And in this one it's like 1 to 6 players. It plays best with the full complement of players, 6 players. I mean, there is a couple of print-on-demand expansions that you can get, like a Feast for Crows, that allows you to play with 4 players. But essentially on this game, everyone takes control of one of the families of factions from the books. And this isn't based on a TV series. It's basically just a big massive mashup. One of the main things about this game is that you can ask your opponents for help in a battle, but you don't know whether or not they're going to turn around the next time and stab you in the back. I mean, they might promise you the earth, and then when you flip over that token to see if they've actually given you some aid, then there's a turkey underneath it. Obviously it's an area control game, isn't it? So you're all trying to take control of these cities. You've got to control a certain amount of castles or cities, I think they call it, the body at the end of the game. This one it's all about that intrigue between, is your opponent going to, when you join forces, are they going to stitch you up? And that's in the books. There's a lot of that sort of thing. A lot allegiances shift quite a bit, and it's definitely fluid alliances. So you have to play it with this full complement of 6 players, because it does suffer if there's different regions that are empty. They've got dummy player stuff in there. So a Game of Thrones, the board game, is definitely worth a look. One of the better games out there. So number 9 is Bruno Catala's Mission Red Planet, and this is quite a short game. It lasts under an hour, and everyone chooses a kind of sort of like a character or a role, and they've all got numbers, and you go, I can't remember if you go up or down, but anyway, they all get activated in a sequence, and they allow you to do certain things. You can land people on Mars, you can take control of Phobos and Moon, and you can move things around, and it's quite a simple game. But then again, it's like 6 players is probably the best thing to play it with these area control games. So it really does work well with 6. The thing is, you don't really know what the other person's going to be playing at. If they play the same thing as you at the same time, and it can lead to a bit of an impasse. But the fact that you don't really know what sequence the characters are going to get activated, and you don't know when the rockets are going to take off, it does lead to some sort of quite hilarious situations. And it's a really good game. Like, most of Bruno Catala's earlier games are quite good. I mean, sort of tailed off recently, but it's definitely to give this one a look, especially with all complement of 6 players, if you can find people who want to play it. So number 8 is the venerable Cosmic Encounter. I know you might say this ain't an area control game, but it is, because you're trying to control planets with 5 planets. I think it's 5 planets with your ships on it. So it is an area control game. So everybody knows what one this is. I mean, we first had it back in the 80s with the Games Workshop edition. We never played the Avalon Hill one back then, but everyone's given this alien race, and got a set of spaceships that you're trying to land on other people's planets. And the way this works is that you've got this thing called a Destiny deck, and all the cards in the Destiny deck refer to each player, and you don't know when your turn's going to come around. So it's sort of that random element, and when your turn does come up, you can choose to invade a player's system, but you can ask other people to come and help you, and you can promise anything you want. You can say, well, if you come with me, I'll let you have a ship on that planet, or I'll let you do something else or whatever. And then the defender gets a chance to ask people to come and help them defend, and they can do the same thing. And then you all play cards with numbers on, or you play cards that stitch other people up. And your alien at the beginning, everyone takes an alien card. You get a choice of 2 and you choose one, and each alien's got like a special ability that completely and utterly breaks the game. And the thing about Cosmic Encounter, where it's been around so long, there's now like a massive stack, like it's taller than my house. There's so many different aliens in this. It's astonishing, and there's so much variability. The only problem I would say with this one is that sometimes if you're playing with new players or people that aren't familiar with what aliens are in the game, sometimes they're looking at the alien card and thinking, like, what the hell, what does this mean? And you can't really tell them what they do. You know, it's that Betrayal at House on the Hill thing where, you know, if a newbie's it's a traitor, they're like, what am I meant to do here? So yeah, that is a minor problem with this one. But I mean, the thing is, this game's so quick and it's so simple, really, that really there's no excuse for that, because you should be playing this multiple times anyway. But yeah, Cosmic Encounter, number 8, was it? I think, yeah, 8. So number 7 on this list is 1812, The Invasion of Canada, and it's like a light war game kind of thing. It's basically a cube pusher, and you got the Canadians on one side, and you've got the Americans and the militia on the other side. So it's the British and the Canadians, and then the militia and the United States military at the bottom there, and you've got the Indians sort of on the fence kind of thing. And what you got is each side's got a hand of cards, and you play a card, you do the action. So you play an army card to move your infantry units, and you play a naval card to move your ships and stuff. And what you're trying to do, you're trying to take control of these different forts around the board. And I'll tell you, this game is absolutely brilliant. I mean, if you can get 5 players to the table with this one, you're going to have a whale of a time, because it's easy to teach and it is so funny. I mean, you know, you got the Indian dice. I mean, they make, even though there's not a lot of stuff on their dice, because you resolve combat through dice rolling, but when they come up, it makes all the difference. I mean, the Native Americans are such a powerful asset in the game. But when you look at it, you're like, well, they don't do anything. But yeah, they can break either side, and it's this one. It's a great big tug of war, and yeah, we love this game. It's so good. You got to get it. It's been out for a while now, but we definitely recommend that you pick this one up. 1812, The Invasion of Canada. And just from my American partners out there, you lost this one, fellas. Number 7 on this list. I think it's 7. No, it's actually number 6. Number 6 on this list is Eric M. Lang's Blood Rage. It's a Viking themed game. It's a cool mini or not game, and yeah, it's full of wonderful miniatures, and it's a really tight and efficient area control game. And the way this one works is that everyone takes control of a different clan. You draft in cards at the beginning that allow you to buy monsters or upgrade your clan, or lets you do various actions, and then what you're doing is you're vying for control of all these areas around Yggdrasil. But one of the things that makes this unique is that you can get points through actually killing yourself, you know, committing suicide. You can send yourself off to Valhalla, and some of the cards, the quest cards that you get in the game, they might want you to do that, and it's really novel. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're not big fans of these big fancy miniature games. I mean, we're not really bothered about that. But this one, there's something about it. I don't know. It's just long enough, and it's just, you don't really know at the end of the day who's gonna sneak the victory, because there's all this. It's not hidden information, but you don't know what people are going to, what the tactics people are going to do with these. Obviously, these are quest cards that people are playing, and it really keeps you on edge. And you know, I think they've just done a Kickstarter with these extra bits and bobs. I don't know, because so many people take the piss when they about the spray painted god miniatures. But anyway, we didn't back it, so you know, we're not big fans of Kickstarter. But anyway, yeah, Blood Rage. Yeah, so number 6, Eric Lang's Blood Rage. Number 5 is Paolo Mori's Dogs of War. This one, underappreciated. I mean, I don't really understand why this one don't get more buzz, because it is absolutely brilliant. So each player is taking control of like a family sort of thing, a sort of a royal family, and you're hiring these mercenaries to go out into the battlefield and basically scrap for control of these. It's like a tug of war sort of thing. So you're putting these lovely miniatures out onto the board, taking benefits where you put them, and whoever's got the majority in each region gets a certain amount of points. And the thing about this one is that you can sort of ask people to say, well, if you don't go over there because I want to go there, if you go over here then I'll do this for you, and then you stab them in the back. So, it's such a good game. I mean, yeah, I think Shut Up and Sit Down done a good review of this one. I think you should go and have, don't watch this crap, go and, no, don't actually, do stay and watch this one. But yeah, Dogs of War, Paolo Mori, one of our favourite designers. You know, done Augustus and Libertalia and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, Dogs of War, you've got to get this one. If you like area control, superb. So, number 4, this is Rising Sun. Yeah, we took the plunge. We backed this all the way on Kickstarter, and I tell you, we're not big fans of these big, massive miniature games, but I tell you, this one, it's astonishing. I mean, it's probably the best produced game we got here, probably. I mean, we got Kingdom Death down there, but this one, it's just, oh man, I was blown away by the quality of the game. I mean, we ain't seen the standard version, but the Kickstarter version, this one, is absolutely astonishing. And we can talk all day about components, but the gameplay in this one, it's just brilliant. We love Rising Sun, and the big, massive monster miniatures that you can buy, and then you've got the different sort of quests that you can do. You've got the area control, and there's this really nice, really good mechanism where you really need to play this with other players, but you form alliances at the beginning of the game, and if you've got an odd number of players, there's that odd man out aspect, which really does sort of ramp things up, because if you break that alliance, then you can stitch people up rotten. And there's a nice combat mechanism as well. It's a bit like sort of Cry Havoc, which isn't on this list because it's crap, but there's a nice combat mechanism where you pay money. It's all done hidden behind the screen. You pay money, but you get this thing called war reparations. If you lose, the other player has to pay you back. Genius. But anyway, Rising Sun, if you can get hold of the Kickstarter version, it's definitely worth an extra bit of wedge just to make it look nice on the table, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not one of Eric Langer's clangers. So number 3 on this list, I know you're probably saying that's not area control, but yeah, it is, to us it is anyway. Anyway, some of the scenarios are area control, and it's Memoir 44, so yeah, we like the scenarios where you've got to hold these positions to get the medals, and I mean, we got it down there in a big old box here, a plastic box. We haven't got everything. We haven't got the air pack, we haven't got the equipment pack or anything like that. It's just out of print, but this game's just huge. I mean, it's one of them ones where you can even if you've got just a base set, there's just so much in there. You've got the Nazis versus the Americans in there, and then you've got the Pacific Theatre with the Japanese Imperial Army, and then you've got the Eastern Front, Winter Wars. You've got the terrain pack that you can chuck in. You've got the D-Day landings, which we ain't got as well, because for God's sake, Days of Wonder reprint the D-Day landings. But this game, it's just so many options. You've got the Overlord expansion. I mean, we printed out our own Overlord maps. We just printed them all out on A4, glued them all together, and we've got loads of those here. Down there, look. And the Overlord, you can play it for up to 8 players. Memoir 44 with 8 players on that one, and it works really well. You just play these combat cards, and that tells you which section of the board. That's normally in the base game. It's 3 sections. You play on the left, right, or middle, and you play that, and you move your troops around trying to complete objectives or hold different areas. And we like the ones where you've got to hold the objectives and fight back the enemy and that. And you roll dice to complete combat. And one of the good things that we like about this, which is sort of a lot of people maybe don't like, is that it's the opposite of like Hero Escape, where you roll the dice, the attack dice, and then the defender doesn't get any kind of defence. So whatever you roll, that's it. And when we first played it, we thought, hang on, that's not right. And then we thought, hang on a minute. After a few plays, we thought, yeah, this works really well. Because it's just a case of like, if you've got an artillery barrage, what are you going to do? You can't run into a hay barn, can you? You know what I mean? Yeah, Memoir 44, particularly with the whole protect scenarios that you got there. It's one of the best games ever made. And to be honest, I don't even know why I didn't put it on the top 100 games all the time, but maybe I was, I don't know, must have been drunk. So number 2 is another Paolo Mori game. It's Ethnos, and yeah, this took me quite a massive amount of surprise when it was released. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. But yeah, this is like pure area control. So there's loads of different factions in this one, and you choose a faction, and each one of those factions has got a special ability that allows it to do something else that none of the other factions can get. I think there's 8 factions in this. So yeah, all you're doing in this one is you draw a card, or you play a set of cards, and then that allows you to do different things. And this plays up to 6 players as well. And you know, it's all about area control over 3 rounds. And if you hold the most areas, or you activate your, like I think the Giants have got a special ability that they can do. There's different things you can do to get points, but some people decry the artwork on this one and they say it's bland and boring. But I mean, let's have a look here. I got it here. Well, some people say this is a sort of bland and boring artwork, but I suppose it is. But I think it fits the game quite well. I mean, the maps. Some people say the map's too small, but I don't know about that, because when you're laying all your card sets out and that, you need a small map, because otherwise there'll be a table hog. So yeah, you get points through set collection, all that sort of stuff, and it's definitely it's a minimalist game. You know, it's not one of these big sprawling massive beasts of a game. It's a streamlined minimalist experience, but it works really well. And yeah, we love Paolo Mori's games. The majority of them are fantastic, and this one's right up there for area control. It's a quick and easy, simple game to learn, and because there's so many factions, there's so much replayability. In fact, we wonder why there hasn't been an expansion for this one, because it was a sleeper hit at the time. And you know, come on, I mean, I know there's like a fairies expansion that nobody can get hold of, but it's time that you got off your backside and stuck another expansion in there, or give it to somebody who's going to do it, because it deserves it. And yeah, Ethnos. So the number 1 area control game of all time is, drumroll please, it's El Grande, and it's the granddaddy of area control games. This game is astonishing. You know, we love it. It's clean. It's a clean game. So what you got these cards that you got these cubes that represent your troops, or your caballeros, or whatever you want to call them, and you put them out on the board trying to control different regions of Spain. And you got the king pawn that moves around and sort of blocks things off. And you got these cards that tell you how many players you can chuck out and where you can put them, what you can do. But also you got this sort of cube tower. I can't remember what it's called now. But you got this cube tower where you can drop cubes in, and you sort of got to remember what's in there, because I think it's the majority. There's a round in the game where you unlock the cube tower, and then you see what's in there, and you score points based on that. So there's that hidden information bit there. But this game, I mean, it's clinical. Yeah, even though it's like, well, it was in 1996. Oh, it's 25 years old, 23 years old. Even though it's that old, it's like it's set the standard, it's set the bar so high that I don't really think that anyone's really come over it. What you got is, you got this standard that's been set by El Grande, and all these games have tried to emulate it, and they can't beat the mechanics, the clinical mechanics of the game. And all they've had to do, the only option they've had, is to just chuck aesthetic beauty at the game. You know, if you think like Rise and Sun, as good as it is, you know, you can't. If that was just cubes and bits and pieces, you'd be like, well, what's all this? But El Grande, I don't know. It's just a bunch of cubes on a board, and it is like people say, it's the granddaddy of area control, and it's definitely the best area control game out there. I mean, you can get this the big box version with the expansions, but we had to pick it up from Germany on the cheap. You know, print the cards out ourselves because we couldn't get hold of the English version years ago. But yeah, if there's one area control game that you need in your life, it is El Grande. Forget the competition. This is the one. This is number 1. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, then you definitely need to subscribe to this channel for more ball game nonsense, you know. And yeah, hit the subscribe button. I don't know, is it here? It might be down it. I don't know where it is. Do us a favour, give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down if you think we're a bunch of twats. So just tell us what you think about our list, what we missed out, what you think, whether we were right, whether we were wrong, whether we don't know what we're talking about, whether we're just stupid. Yeah, that was our top 10 area control games, and it's 2019, so if you're watching this in 2074 and YouTube is still here and we're still here and the world hasn't been blown up, then cheers for watching, and we'll see you next time.